In this video, we're going to install ComfyUI the easiest way with a ComfyUI Windows pullable version. No Python installs, no Git installs. Then we'll enable the manager, update ComfyUI, and set up clean shortcuts so you never have to hunt through folders again. Before we get started, quick clarification. Stable Diffusion is the model, but ComfyUI is the application that runs that model. People often say Stable Diffusion when they really mean the program. In this series, I'll say ComfyUI because that's what you're actually installing and using. The only time I'll use Stable Diffusion is if I'm referencing the exact model. To access the files for ComfyUI, you want to go to the GitHub repo for Comfy.org. I'll have the link in the description. Once you're here, scroll down to ComfyUI, the core ComfyUI repo. Select that. Then you're going to want to scroll down to the Get Started section. If you're a power user and you want to customize everything on your computer and you understand dependencies, or if you're AMD, Intel, Mac user, or a Cin user, you're going to want to select manual install and follow those instructions. Today, we're going to use the Windows portable package because it has the correct Python and other dependencies built into the package. So you can move it around wherever you want to without worrying about your Python version or your Git version. So we're going to select Windows portable package, select direct link to download, and that's going to automatically start your ComfyUI download. Now that your download is complete, you're going to want to open your File Explorer, go to Downloads, right-click, and extract all. You can browse and select where you want it to be extracted to. Anywhere is fine because it's the portable version. I'm going to use the desktop and select Extract. Now that your ComfyUI folder has completed its extraction, locate the folder and open it. Mine was on the desktop, so I'm going to go to Desktop and open the folder. There, you will see 3 launchers for ComfyUI. First one runs off your CPU. It's for computers with extremely low quality components. If you're forced to use this version, the generations will take an extremely long time and most likely won't be worth it. You also have the FP16 or the floating point version, which FP16 is just a data format for AI, and it increases the speed at the risk of lower quality. We're going to be using the standard NVIDIA GPU launcher. Before we launch ComfyUI, we're going to install an add-on known as the ComfyUI Manager. We're going to need 2 things to enable this. The first thing we must do is install the dependencies. Select the address bar and type in cmd and hit enter. This will bring up terminal. Inside the terminal, enter this command and hit enter. I'll provide the code in the description of this video. Then you're going to wait for everything to install. Now we have to edit the launcher, so the application knows to run ComfyUI with the manager enabled. We do this by selecting the batch file, right-clicking, and you can edit in the Notepad or Notepad++. I downloaded and used Notepad++ because it helps me see and read code a lot easier. Before we edit the code, there are 2 different versions. One is the updated manager, and the other is the legacy UI version. This will be for you to decide on which one to use, but I will be using the new and updated version. On line 1 at the end is going to be where we put our code. For the word build, we're going to hit space, hyphen, enable, manager. And that's all you need if you're going to use the new updated manager. If you're going to use the legacy version, you're going to add legacy -UI to the end of it. I'm not going to be using that, so I'm going to delete the last part. And then you're going to hit File, Save, and you can exit out of it. I'll also provide those codes in the description. Now you can double click and open your Windows batch file to run ComfyUI. Before we do that, I want to go over Update. So if you open the Update folder, you'll see it Update ComfyUI. Whenever you install new models or nodes, you're going to want to run this to update ComfyUI. Also, if they come out with a new version or updates, this is what you run to update it. As we get more advanced and use ComfyUI, it can be a pain to go through all the different file paths. I'm going to show you my solution to this problem. You cannot move the folders and files around anywhere you want because they are coded to search the exact file paths for the files, and they will break the application if they are in the incorrect location. I solved this by creating shortcuts because you can move shortcuts around without breaking anything. To do this, I recommend opening two file explorers side by side. Now I'm going to create a new folder, label it ComfyUI, and place the portable version inside of that folder. Now my ComfyUI is inside this folder. Open this folder on one of your file explorers. On the second file explorer, we're going to open the ComfyUI folder. We're going to create shortcuts for the most used and important files or folders. For me, that's going to be the NVIDIA GPU launcher for ComfyUI and the ComfyUI update batch file, as well as the models folder, because that's where all the models will live to customize your images inside of ComfyUI are stored, and the outputs folder, which is where all your AI video or image generations will be saved by default. To do this, simply select it, then right click. You may need to select show more options if you don't see it here. Select create shortcut. Now we're going to move that shortcut over to this folder. We're going to go into the update folder, create shortcut, and create a shortcut, and do the same thing. Move it over. We're going to back out. Now inside of your ComfyUI folder, scroll down till you find models. Create a shortcut for this folder, and create a shortcut for your outputs folder. Move those shortcuts also over. But these are my most important ones and the ones I recommend you creating. That way you don't have to search for all these different options. You can do it from the main folder. Another benefit is you can rename shortcuts without destroying the file paths and breaking ComfyUI. So I'm going to change that to models. Output ComfyUI launcher and update ComfyUI. That makes it easy to read and understand what each of these shortcuts do. I like customization. So I'm going to Google ComfyUI for an icon. Right click and save image as. Place this image in my ComfyUI folder. I'm going to create a new folder. Name it icons. And save it inside that folder. I'm going to save it as a BMP file. Now that I have the logo saved as a BMP file, I need to Google free BMP to ICO converter. This converts your file types. Then I'm going to upload the image from my device. Convert it. I'm going to move this ICO file into my icons folder that I created. I'm going to delete the BMP file. I'm going to close out this downloads folder. Go back. For the ComfyUI launcher, I'm going to right click it. Go to properties. Select change icon. Select OK. Browse. Find my location for the icon folder. Select the ICO file. Hit open. Select it. Hit OK. Hit OK. I'm going to also do it for the batch file update ComfyUI. I'm not going to use a custom one. I'm just going to search ones that are already on the computer. This looks like a good update image icon. It gives a little bit of extra customization, and I can locate the files that I want extremely easily. The last step in this process is on your file explorer, you could add ComfyUI to the quick access bar, and you do this by going to the main folder, right-clicking it, pinned quick access. I'll move it to here on your file explorer. I'm going to drag it up. So whenever I need to go to ComfyUI, where I'm at, I can select that, bring it here instantly, and I can launch ComfyUI. Before you launch ComfyUI for the first time, I recommend updating it by double-clicking it, selecting Run, let it do its thing. It'll take a couple of minutes, and then once it's complete, you can exit out of the screen and select the ComfyUI launcher. Select Run. You're going to wait for it to do its thing. ComfyUI will automatically populate in a new tab or open a new window if you don't have a browser open already. You'll need to leave this terminal open because that's what's running ComfyUI. The window on your browser is just the visualization of the application. If you close the window of ComfyUI, but your terminal is still up, you can select this URL by doing Control left click. It'll populate this window. All right, you're installed and ready to go. In the next video, we'll start using ComfyUI step by step and generate your first real output. I'm turning this into a full in-depth ComfyUI series, so comment what you want covered: nodes, workflows, lores, videos, models, or anything. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, you can join my Patreon. It includes a private Discord, my workflow files, and bonus written guides, and more. See you in the next one.